fuck, man.
Vultures circling above, they're all in a piece, but they don't even know my name. Won't get even the swipe for the train. Cloudy, ride to the airport, gotta get right for the plane. Customs smell like kush, wife in your hand and a tish. Yes, and I got no shame. Some relying to shine, with a broke if you got no game. Waking up next to a sketch, can't go home to a dame. Nah, tell them sell to the same.
Boom. Boom. Round two. Some technical difficulties. There's a little background noise, but it's all good. It is all good. We had to cut the live stream because of background noise, but it's all good. We're going to, start over. It's okay. So you guys are seeing it. It's progress. We're creating something, and it's going to be trial and error. So, what I said previously, and quarantine's fucking over. Coronavirus is over. Not really, but we're on to the next fucking crisis, man. That's fuck number one and number two. You know how this goes. But we're on to the next crisis. The world is on fire, literally. Cities are burning, and people are upset. And we haven't posted. If you listen to this, I haven't posted a podcast since last Tuesday, and usually there's about 3 episodes a week. But due to these events, we had to put a real. I had to put a real pause on and see what I wanted to do and what I wanted to say. It's a monumental time. There's a lot of opportunity here for us as a people and culturally. So, I wanted to make sure that before, I've been posting about things, my own personal experience. So I'm going to read something in a second. I've been posting about my own personal experience, about my children. It made me think about them. But I didn't really speak on like the state of this situation. And I actually shout out to Room and Board Studios. I hit up Jai and his team and was like, hey man, I want to jump in the studio real quick. And I wanted to live stream, but it's all good if we can't live stream. I wanted to say something. I wanted to say something, and I wanted to calculate what I was going to say. I don't want to be emotional in this time. So I'm going to read something here, and then I'll talk to myself for 30 minutes. So, please forgive me if I stutter or anything. I'm nervous. This is intimate to me, and it's challenging. So here we go. So I wanted to write something to preface this podcast. I've been quiet for the past week, sharing only my personal experience and my personal perspective regarding my own family, my life. I needed a minute. A lot of us needed a minute. This is an emotional time. There's been a visceral response that has been ignited, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Brothers and sisters of all cultures and demographics are in the streets in every major city. I read an article that this may be the largest protest in American history. Don't fact check that. George Floyd may be proud. May he know that people burned it down and yelled his name for days on end. But many of us in the Black community are on pause. I've been seeking counsel the last couple days, asking men and women I respect what's next. See, to many of us, we've been watching this and living this for years. We have been desensitized. Not to say that this hasn't been greatly emotional and impacted me, but my response is more cerebral this time. I started to feel bad about my response and feel pressure. I still feel a little bit of pressure to burn it down and yell in the street, but that excitement will subside. I've been seeking counsel because I know that in order for this change to be more permanent, as opposed to short-lived movement, we have to mobilize and influence. I discussed my disillusionment with our political structure in a number of podcasts over the past months, how I feel handcuffed, Trump or Biden. I'm not proud of either of those choices, and I don't think the black vote will default go to Joe Biden. That doesn't feel like the political structure my ancestors fought to be a part of. I was going to hold my vote this year, but in recent days, my thoughts have changed. My intellectual response is to make sure I actualize my vote, not only in major elections, but actively participate in local politics here in San Diego. Seeing the yelling is great, but their action to get Donald Trump and the men and women that are slowing down progress out of office. That's a start. Speaking of Donald Trump, 2020 has been fucked up. But 3.5 years of Donald Trump presidency has been fucked up, culminating in this chaos. Let's not normalize this man's influence. It's not fucking normal. This is not fucking normal, dude. But to my original point, the actions are in the long game. Gathering with men and women in communities of color to create cohesion and community within us is the next step. Continuing to build economy. Dr. Claude Anderson speaks of building a black economy. Black economy builds black influence, buying politicians. If we can't buy them, we rent them. Politicians influence the courts and the police. Courts and the police influence determine our interface day to day. This shit is the long game. It's chess, not checkers. So my next steps are of the mind, connecting with my community, building wealth, speaking out loudly, and about my personal experience and fight the systems of oppression. That way, I need to use my mind. Racism and discrimination are so deeply ingrained in this country, insidious in both conservative and liberal ideology. It's so deep that if you pointed it out, people would be offended. They'd be fucking mad at you. Even a lot of the liberals too, just as much as conservatives. They'd be so insulted if you mentioned how racist they were. So many of our allies can't even perceive it. This shit is so deep. This is a long game, and my goal is to change the game for my children. I don't necessarily expect this game to change for me. I don't necessarily expect this racism to go away tomorrow. It's not going to. But I want to give my son and my children the cheat codes. I want them to be able to navigate this safely, most importantly, and healthily, and to feel like they want to participate in this political system that they built. So to people who feel stuck, that's okay. Let's use our minds. For white brothers and sisters who feel rage, burn this bitch down. Every response is right as long as we can move as a collective and keep the same energy a week from now. We know our MO as people is to move right on to the next. And a lot of black people, we don't have the option to move on to the next. People like us are still going to get killed and it's still going to go. So white people, you get to bow out when you're tired of it, but we don't. So we have to stay vigilant, keep that same energy on election day this year and every year. This is the long game. Lastly, really, I'm long-winded. My ancestors died, were hung, bombed in Tulsa, beaten in Selma, and shot in their homes during COINTELPRO, and yelled at in the streets for my right and our right to fucking vote. This is our birthright. If we're not using our right to vote, we are disrespecting and doing them a great injustice. We have to mobilize, strategize, and organize. Boom. I wrote that this morning because I wanted to make sure that my thoughts on this and that I could really articulate what I wanted to say. I don't want to be emotional during this time because this is not new to me. I want to say their name so bad because they're out here living their best lives, and they were awful and racist to me as a kid. There's a bunch of people who were so fucked up to me as a kid and really changed the way I view the world. Made me hate myself, man. As an adult, I would say, don't let people make you feel any way about yourself. I can say that as an adult, but at 12, 13, 14, 15, man, those fucking assholes made me hate myself, dude. Pointed out that I was different. Every third sentence was pointing me out. And I still hung out with them because I wanted to be a part of. I wanted friends. A lot of us so badly, we don't want special fucking treatment. We don't, a woman said to me, Eric, I understand that you don't want blackness to be a thing. I don't want blackness to be a thing because I don't want special. I don't want tiptoeing around me. I just want normal life. I don't want to watch people who look like me be murdered. I don't want the stereotypes. I don't want all this fuck shit. I want normalcy. I think most of us just want fucking normalcy. But there's this constant fucking, this constant mental warfare. I don't want this to be a fucking thing. You know, people talk about black people race bait and da. Fuck you, man. We don't want this to be a thing. We, you know, black empowerment. Black empowerment is a defense mechanism because y'all are not y'all. I don't want to say y'all. People are so intent on black hatred that we have to say black power. It's a response. White people don't say white power. Regular white people don't say white power. Racist motherfuckers do. But that's a response for them feeling like they're losing power, feeling like there's a disconnect in the way the world is distributing wealth and distributing energy. I think a lot of us we just want some fucking normalcy. We don't want to watch people beg. We watch this man beg for his life. We watched this man beg for his life. For 8 minutes, he put his knee on his neck. For 8 fucking minutes. And we watched it, and the world watched it, and the world is angry. The world is fucking angry. But like I said, keep that same energy a week from now, because this shit is gonna die down. And a lot of white people get to go back to being white, and we still got to deal. So like I said, I don't want my response to go yell in the fucking street. I am happy people are yelling in the street. Go fucking burn this bitch down. Burn it down. I want to see it burn. I'm down. I'm down for it. Be angry. But keep that same energy when it's time to influence our political structure, because that's what this takes. This racism is so ingrained in our political structure. It's part of it. It almost needs it for it to work. That's why I was a Bernie fucking fan, because Bernie was talking about revolutionizing our political process, and that motherfuckers couldn't even perceive that. They were like, "Oh, socialism. Yo, let's talk about something fucking else, because this shit ain't working for so many people." You know what I mean? Talked to a brother today who thinks that this is all on black people. This is all on black people who want to take a check. Even black people don't get it. More conservative black people, they say it's socialism. They don't even fucking get it, man. They don't even get it, bro. And you know what? My job, my response to this is to communicate with those people. Because you know what? He wants the same thing. He wants black liberation. He believes black liberation comes from pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. I come from the school of thought that black liberation comes from truth and reconciliation. We got to acknowledge that this is a thing. And black people and our system needs to invest in black communities. Invest in black communities. All these white liberals need to invest in black communities and black businesses. We need to build black wealth. That's on us. Building black wealth is on fucking us, man. It's on us. You know? That's my rant, though. I've been quiet. I've been fucking quiet. You know? I talked to a lot of people, though. I talked to the like I said in what I wrote, I talked to a lot of men and women of intellect that I respected. And I said, "Hey, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do next. I don't wanna act emotionally. Tell me what to do." And you know what they said? They said, "I'm pausing right now. I don't really know what to do." You know? And that's, I think that's a very common response right now. People don't know what to do. And it's not a fear response and like, "Oh my God, I'm scared of the cops." Because that's not how I feel. I just feel like is that me being to my most maximum service in this experience? Is that every time some shit like this happens, am I gonna go yell in the street? I know that brings some cohesion. I think there'll be some shifts. I think there will definitely be some shifts in this time. But will racism be gone after this time is ended? No, it will not. And we're gonna see another black body. And we're gonna see another Karen fucking call the cops on a black dude. Guarantee it. We're gonna see it. And I'm not being a pessimist. I'm not being a pessimist. I'm being a realist. Because progress doesn't happen like that. You know, Martin Luther King was shot, rioted, and the Voting Rights Act happened. But then, crack epidemic, COINTELPRO, there's been continuous racism since not the Voting Rights Act, Civil Rights Act. And there's been continuous racism and prejudice and violence whether it's mental violence or physical violence in the Black community since then. And they rioted, and rioting changed legislation. But we need to get Donald Trump out of here. This shit is not fucking normal. There's this post. It said, for the first time, a president has not stepped up to address the country during such a crisis. And also, there's never been a time where most of the population, so much of the population, doesn't want to hear from the fucking president. I don't want to hear what this motherfucker got to say. The fuck you gonna tell me in this time? You got no wisdom. You got no wisdom. You're not providing value to the situation. Shut the fuck up and get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Let me tell you, fucking constant investigation, constant swapping in and out of officials, constant chaos with this fucking guy. And people argue this shit. It does not make sense. It does not make it's insanity. It really is. It's insanity. It really is. And it seems like people can't critically think and say, is this not normal to you? Is this normal to you? This is how it's supposed to be? Oh, this is the shaking up and the revolution that you want? This is what you want? Where a huge portion of the population fucking hates this dude. The world is on fire. Pandemic that was not handled correctly. Not saying not saying anybody would have handled it correctly. I don't know. I try to give the benefit of the doubt because I think critically. Because I think fucking critically. And I'm like, okay, maybe he did because I'm trying to actively participate in a democracy. I'm not all the way wrong. You're not all the way wrong. I'm not all the way right, and neither are you. So I'm trying to participate and have conversations, even with people who I fundamentally disagree with. Trying to have conversations. Dude, the racist and bigoted things I hear from people so casually, and I still try to participate and I still try to navigate that situation and find commonality. We got to work together. And just based off that alone, that's a battle we have to fight uphill. I'm going to go on a Zoom call tomorrow and I'm going to pretend, I'm going to put a shirt on, I'm going to fucking pretend and present my business like nothing's fucking happening. And while the world's burning around me. Because that's what we got to do. We got to show up, maintain professionalism, and show up. Fuck, man. I've been quiet because I'm frustrated. I don't want to be like, I don't want to have this fucking conversation. I'm over it. Just be cool, bro. Just don't be like that. And you know what? Here's how deep racism is. That cop probably didn't even understand what he was doing was so deeply racist. He didn't, I don't think he says the N-word. I don't think he might not. Minnesota's super liberal. I don't think he says nigger this, nigger that. I don't think he does. Probably not. A lot of white people don't. But racism is not overt. Racism is so ingrained in white culture. Man, oh man. Our black, the more revolutionary and extreme black leadership talks about the evil within people, man. The evil is so deep, it's part of your cells. Hot tea, bitch. No, it's coffee today. And it's not even hot. But you gotta say it every podcast. Yeah, man. Fuck. I don't know. And let me not talk about anything like I got fucking solutions. I just know what my response is. I know what stage is mine. That's what my mom said, Eric, this is not your stage. This is not your platform. My mind is my platform. People who I respect work within the system and make tangible change in their own sphere of influence. That's what the people I'm watching are doing. And navigating it politically and mobilizing politically within their sphere of influence. White people are angry because they watched a man beg for his life. But the same thing happened in Selma during those marches. People got to see on TV black people getting beat for just marching. And white people were like, God damn, that's what it is? So white people got to see a man beg for his life and then die. And now they're like, oh, I'm so angry. And you have no idea. I just don't know what black people go through. All right, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for finally acknowledging that experience. Keep that same energy. Keep that same outrage up when it comes time to vote. Keep that same outrage up when you see a black business owner. Keep that same energy up. Just a week from now. Keep up that same energy. Be outraged. And when you see a black dude walk down the street, don't clutch your purse. Don't get crazy. Don't look at me, because I have don't look at me crazy. Don't look at me crazy. Just be chill, bro. Even your white liberalism is racist. Just be fucking chill. Just be regular. Man, I sound like an angry black dude. Fuck. This is why I didn't want to say nothing. Because I'm frustrated. And it's not, I find no pride. In, and no, like, I get no energy from yelling. It's not like, oh, fuck, I want to make white people feel bad, or fuck that. I fucking participate in white spaces, man. I don't blink an eye. I just live my life. I live fucking normally. I fucking work. I start a business. I do everything normal. It's the way other people are interfacing with me. It's not the way I'm interfacing with them. When I was a kid, it's not that I was doing anything in particular. They had an issue with me. So, hey, if you want to really help, just be chill. Don't be a piece of shit. Don't think poorly. Don't think negatively. Because I'm not thinking that way about you. I'm treating you regular. All right? I'm not acting special. I'm not acting special. I'm just being regular. Just be regular. Don't think less. Yeah, I don't know. It's evil. It's real evil. Anyway, I'm done with the rant. Excuse me. That was a weird noise. But let's talk about what's been going on in my life. These times make me think of my children. That's how I think about this. And I think that's how a lot of men and women think about this. I heard really quick, shout out to Killer Mike. The most profound things I heard during this time came from him. And he needs to run for office. Because the most profound, impactful thing, and what influenced my response, was what he said. Mobilize, organize, fucking vote. Beat up on politicians with your vote. Shout out to Killer Mike, because I needed direction. And he did it. His shirt said, "Kill your master." And he's trying to participate within the system. I want to be able to say, "Kill your master." I want to be able to say, "Kill your master" openly and not feel insecure about it. I want to be loud about it. Like, fuck you, man. I want to be loud about it. And he fucking does it, Shout out to him, though. But yeah, I think this time makes you think of your children, because that's who you want this to be different for. You want this to be different for them, because I have conceded, just like my parents have conceded, that this is the way it is. This is the way it is, and I'm sure they're bummed that this is the way it is for their children. But what my grandmother, I'm sure, is bummed that this is the way it is for her grandchildren. But me, I hope, just the way my parents hope and my grandmother hope, that it will be better for my children. So that defines my actions. That defines my next indicated steps. Or how do I make my son's life better? How do I make it so my son doesn't get killed and have a knee put on his neck? How do I make it so my children are safe? How do I make it so my children are safe? That dictates my response, not rage. It's not rage. It's not rage. It's my response is more intellectual than it is emotional. And if I say this all the time to Benny, I follow the pages I follow. I watch this shit all the time. I thought this was just gonna be another one. I watch this shit all the time. And not like you hear the people who they talk about. Ahmaud Arbery happened months ago. That wasn't yesterday. The video just popped out recently. That's crazy. So I see all this shit from a week ago. If you follow certain pages, you can see there's people being mistreated on video all the time, getting punched in the face, and little kids getting ripped around. And now they're playing montages of police brutality, showing people. Yo, I've been watching, bro. I've been experiencing shit since I was a little ass kid, getting followed around the store with my mom because I couldn't tell I was with her. So my response is not how dare they. That's not my response. My response is watching other people's rage and being thankful that even white people are mad, because everybody has to be upset about it. That's how we change like issues in our political system. Everybody needs to be upset about it, at least as a black community, because we're only 13% of the population. So in order for our rights to be had, other people's rights need to be had, and everybody else needs to be tired of it. But I've been saying this. The LGBT community, the trans community, oh, that's the same thing. The Asian community, and that's Asian too. The Middle Eastern community, Latino community. Everybody needs to be like, yo, fuck this. Everybody needs to say that shit. Everybody does. And you know what? That's my fear, is that a week from now, people are not going to keep that same energy. A lot of Asians are going to be like, oh, I'm thriving. I'm at MIT. I'm at Harvard. I'm not getting killed. I own a business. Asian people, my people support my business. I'm not worried about this shit. And black people are still going to be left hanging. But part of me, if I'm being honest, I want us to be able to do this by ourselves. But that's pride. And pride doesn't serve me in this situation. Community serves me in this situation. If I'm thinking about it myself. Got to check that shit. That's exactly why I don't want to be emotional. So I don't want to be emotional. I want to think critically. This fucking shit is not normal, bro. Think fucking critically. But yeah, man, we're in here. But yeah, made me think of my children. My son loved him to death. My little one loved him to death. My oldest was in San Diego with his aunt and uncle, having fun, as he should, at 9 years old. All I told him was that a black man was murdered. I didn't say anything to him yet. Didn't explain that to him yet. But you know what? I have a very unique experience because I get to raise a white and Mexican child. My oldest is not biologically mine. I don't know if anybody clicked that over the years of doing this podcast. I don't know if anybody, year and a half, caught that. But he's not my biological child. And he's white and Mexican, blonde hair, freckles. But I have a unique opportunity of him. He sees a black man show up. He sees a black man take on a responsibility. He sees a black man love his mom. He sees a black man show up at every family event. You see a black man come when there's emergencies. He sees a black man show up. And he trusts me, and he feels safe. He knows I will protect him. I want my kids to feel safe. That's very important to me. I tell my little one at night, I say, I'm going to keep you safe. And I talked about this the other day. What bums you out is I might not be able to keep him safe for a long time. People were already clearly racist to me by the time I was 10 years old. And people already judge him because he's larger than everybody else. So they're like, oh, you got to watch out for him. He's going to hurt another person, another kid. And he's fucking 3, dude. He's 3. Then put him with the 4-year-olds. I'd actually rather him be with the 4-year-olds so he can be advanced. I'd rather him participate with kids who are smaller than him, but you already see that shit. And I make people feel uncomfortable. I'm like, why you... I took him out of a daycare at our church one time. I was like, I do not like the way you treated my son. Fuck all that. But like I said, I have a unique opportunity to spend a lot of time around white people. My in-laws are Christian conservatives, and I love them to death, and they love me. And I know they love me. I don't feel like they're just being nice to me because I am, they love me. And I love them very much. And they see my values. They see that I love my family. They see my family as successful, brilliant people. They see that. And we're making a shift in our circle of influence. That's what it's about, bitch. Can you guys hear me in there? How long have I been going for? 30-something minutes. Okay, we've been going 30 minutes. I don't want to fill up time with trying to be idle chit chat. This time, like, I feel very like I have a temperature with my business. I don't like fucked up times. Like, that's not my priority right now. And other people's priority shouldn't be getting fit for summer. Oh, fuck, man. Fuck. But, working out. I worked out in the gym today, by the way. Weak as shit. Was deadlifting 500 pounds 3 months ago. Deadlifted 315 and my body almost fell apart. Fuck. But, I don't want to, fill up this time with minutia. I want to have depth and weight in my message. I want to speak clearly about what's important to me right now. And my business is not very important to me right now. Money's important to me because it always is. But, social issues is what I have this platform, being able to talk into a microphone. I get to talk about that. Right now, I get to say this out loud on a microphone. Whether one person listens or a million people listen, I get to say this out loud. And you know what I thought the other day? My son will be able to listen back to these, man, when he's an older dude. I need to save these. I don't know. Or maybe the internet saves them. I don't know. Maybe he'll be able to search for them. But he's going to be able to hear what his dad thought about when he was 28, 29, 30. That's tight. That's tight. He's going to know his dad was about it. That's fucking cool. But yeah, I don't feel like right now is the time to advertise, but I got to put that face on tomorrow and, present my business. I'm speaking next week about my business. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I should probably take some notes. But yeah, I'm going to do that because this was very easy to pull this up and share off here, give myself some bullet points. But yeah, let's wrap this bitch up. This will go out today. Sorry the live stream didn't work. It's okay though. Technical difficulties. We're trying to make this a thing. So we got to learn. But this will go up on YouTube. It'll go up on iTunes, Spotify, Apple. My website, bigmoodcoach.com. Instagram, Eric_bigmoodcoach. Give that shit a share and a follow. YouTube page, Big Mood Space TV. If you look up Big Mood TV, we're the second thing that pops up. Fuck bitches. But our YouTube channel shows up second. But that's fine. The more you guys engage, the faster it comes up. So engage, pay attention. You not pay attention. That sounds so fucking rude. But help us out. We love doing this, and I love doing it. I don't even know how many people are going to listen to this, really. Doesn't fucking matter. I love doing it. Who cares how many people listen? That's the point. You do things for the right reasons. But yeah, man, we're out of here. How was that, guys?
Vultures circling above, they all in a piece, but they don't even know my name. Won't get even to swipe for the train. Cloudy, ride to the airport, gotta get right for the plane. Customs.